All right, sorry about that. Someone just walked in, so I wanted to make sure that they knew what they needed or got help with what they needed. So looking at this, this is how we solve. Anything that starts in exponent form, and here's actually the steps right up here. After you have the exponential equation by itself, like 3 to the x power, so example, 3 to the x equals 8, it's in exponential form. Then you convert it to log form, so log base 3 of your number will equal your exponent, and then you solve for x using your calculator. So let's go ahead there. Doing this one, we would use logs, but there's a lot of examples on the next page. So let's go ahead and let's flip it and let's practice using those steps. Solve each equation, check your solution. So I'm going to do the first two with you, and then I'm going to give you a chance with your partner to try C and D. So looking at letter A, the first thing we have to make sure is this exponential equation, do we have the number with the exponent by itself? Meaning there's no numbers added or subtracted to it. And letter A, yes, it is by itself. If you look at letter B on the bottom right hand of the page, that 10 to the x is not by itself. So I would have to subtract the 8 first. But since we're in letter A and it's alone, now we can go ahead and we could convert to log form. So we take the base of our exponential equation, log base 3 of 4 will equal x. We go on to our calculator again, and we press math, which is under the alpha key, under math, you're going to go to option A. Oh, there it is. And now this allows us to plug in 3 as a base and 4 in the parentheses, and we get our answer. X is equal to 1.262. And we usually round to the nearest thousandth just because that gives us a pretty close approximation for x. But now don't touch your calculator, don't press clear, keep that answer in the previous line so you could check it. Does 3 raised to the answer in that previous line, so second negative, does that equal 4? And it does, so we've checked it off, and we know we have the correct answer. All right, let's go to letter B. Letter B, again, if something starts in exponent form, you make sure the number with the exponent is alone, and then you convert it to log form to solve for x. So this is exponent form. There's no logs, and there is an exponent. So now I convert it to the log form. Log base 5 of 16 is going to equal 2x. Now look at this 2 right here. Because I have this 2 being multiplied by x, I know to undo multiplication, I'm going to use division. Now rather than taking this whole log and dividing it by a number, I just instead of dividing by 2, I'm going to multiply by its reciprocal, 1/2. And what that will allow me to do is to plug in this entire thing in one easy step on my calculator, and I'll get x by itself. Because we know that the reciprocal, 1/2, is the same as dividing by 2. So 1/2 of 2 does equal 1. So now we'll have this answer equal to x. And now I only have to plug this in one nice step. I would do 1/2 times, going to go to my math option to get my log, option A. And I'm going to plug in a base of 5. And an answer of 16, and I get an answer of 0.861. X is equal to 0.861. Now we can check it. We're going to ask, is 5 raised to the, I'm going to put this in parentheses just to make sure 2 will be multiplied by my answer, 2 times the answer, will that equal 16? Yes, it does, so I know that I have the right answer for x. Okay, I'm going to pause the video when the substitute puts it back on, if you could check your answers for C and D. So right now, if you could work with your partner and try C and D together.